All right. What's going on, everyone? What is going on? How's it going? Sorry about that. We are about 15 minutes late. I'm reconsidering doing the early morning Sunday stream. It is so hard for me to get everything situated one time. The technical difficulties trying to get my camera set up for the DS, and then trying to make sure everything's all up and running. I'm super slow. I'm super slow running. I mean, it's just, I'm all over the place right now. But in my preparation, I already had 3 up, so no shiny here. We'll just go ahead and throw off a reset, and we'll be on our merry way. I woke up at 9:30. I was like, oh, that'll be plenty of time for me to get ready and do everything. And then, I was a little lazy, little slow moving until about 10 o'clock, got a little tiny, I don't even call it breakfast in me. It was like a, protein bar, and that was it. Just a small protein bar. So then I had to take the dogs out because they were being all fussy and whiny, and then need to take a shower to get everything, get myself kind of ready to take on the stream, wake me up, because morning showers are kind of my thing. Like, I really like morning showers. They just really get me in the, get me awake, I guess is the best thing to say. And then I got caught up in that because I'm a big shower person. I just enjoy my shower time. So I ended up getting out of the shower just a couple minutes before the stream started, and then I was like, okay, I can get everything set up really quickly. I know how to get everything going. And then I had to tweak the camera settings for the DS because every DS is a little different. So like the camera settings I thought I knew were like a little off, so I was like, oh well, I gotta fidget with this before I really get going. Is something. Team Beaver specs Terrifier Chiyu. Yeah, Chiyu is quite the menace once you get all those little boosts and boosts, I guess is the best thing to say. That's a strong little goldfish. That is a strong little goldfish for sure. Let's see. From there. So yeah, but we're up and good. We're running. We're good. We're going. We are rolling. And we are looking for a shiny starter. I mean, what's new? That is basically all we're doing here on these parts. We do a little bit here, there, all over the place, but shiny hunting for starters is our bread and butter. And hopefully today we can grab our first shiny starter of the shiny living dex. Tepig has evaded us so far, but hey, this hunt is insanely fast. So we should hopefully be able to grab a shiny, whatever. It does not matter. I'll take a Chikorita. I do not care. Like, it does not matter to me which shiny we get. I just want something to shine. Amen to that, DK. Amen. I mean, we're a little under 4 minutes into the stream, and I've already seen 21 Pokemon. Like, these resets are so quick. It's, I can only dream about the Tepig hunt being that fast. Shoot, in a 4-minute time period for Tepig, I think we see about 4 encounters. I think we can get realistically about 4, two resets, like I should say, and then 2 Tepigs per reset in about 4 minutes. Like, it's so long picking a starter in Black 2 White 2. It'd be insanely clutch if all games had this kind of starter select screen where it's just like, okay, let me look at the options. They're not shiny. Reset. Don't have to pick one. Probably yet another reason why people consider this to be the best Pokemon game ever made. Or, Heart Gold and Soul Silver, the best Pokemon games ever made. Tied together. You just take all the reasonings, all the little features and added whatnots, and yeah, you end up with a pretty solid Pokemon game that people really enjoy playing. And man, I'm gonna try and avoid sounding too incredibly congested, but man, it's rough going right now. It is rough sledding for me. I had my first round of allergy shots this past Thursday, and the doctor told me at first honestly, the shots might make you feel worse than they make you feel better, because your body's, you know, getting accustomed to the allergens being in your system more so than, you know, normal. They're literally injecting me with the things I'm allergic to, so my body's got to get a little adjusted to the shots, kind of get, you know, what is the word, inoculated? Is that the correct phrasing? Body has to become accustomed to the allergens in my system, so I've got that going on. Then I'm pretty sure the weather, I keep complaining about the weather all over the place. You know, the weather from hot to cold. It's really chilly out and like windy right now, so that's kind of got me affected too. And then every time I get on my computer, I swear, in the little like news update thing, it's like, oh, high pollen count today, and it's like, oh, awesome, thanks. Love that. Yeah, I mean, it is essentially a allergy vaccination. Yeah, they test you to see what you're allergic to and what level of severity you're allergic to the stuff, and then they concoct a mixture of I don't know how, I know vaccines work in the sense they like inject you with, I don't know if I call it dead, but like less effective variants of the virus, so your body can learn how to fight it off. Like, they're not injecting you with the full-on virus. It's like a variant of it that won't make you as sick. I know sometimes when you get vaccines, it can make you a little sick because you're getting injected with the virus, but with the sole purpose of it building your immune system to fight the virus. But yeah, I guess it's the same with allergens. They inject you with I would assume a mild variant of whatever you're allergic to, and that way your body learns how to fight it better. They definitely work. I've had allergy shots before, back when I was in like middle school going into early high school. I did them for a few years and they definitely worked. My allergies improved. I had really bad allergies growing up. They improved drastically by the time I was in college, but then the last 2 or 3 years they've gotten worse again. I guess the allergy shots don't always just carry on for the rest of your life. Sometimes you can revert back, so I'm having to get the shots again, and presumably it will help me out, because yeah, it's been rough going the last 2-3 years. And I certainly need it. Because yeah, my allergies have been pretty bad as of late. I'm very, very happy and grateful to find out that I'm not allergic to dogs. I was really concerned that I was allergic to Ryder and Leo, because I really hadn't been having any allergy issues, and then I started getting my own dogs, and that's when I started having allergy or issues with my allergies. So I was a little worried. I was like, don't tell me I'm allergic to my dogs. They tested. Now, I don't know how that works, because like when they test you, they give you like a little injection of allergen to see how your skin reacts to whatever it is. I don't know how you encompass all dogs in one little prick, but according to them, dog was about the only thing I did not react to on the allergy test. So good to know I'm not allergic to my little stinkers. It's everything else is the issue. Every tree, every weed, every grass, dust, mold. Well, I don't know if they tested for mold. Yeah, trees, weeds, grass, dust, cats. Cats are the worst, which I've been knowing that my entire life. Really allergic to cats. Just real quick, go. Really allergic to cats. So been knowing that one. And then yeah, basically anything in nature that is plant-based, I'm allergic to. Like, very much allergic to. The doctor, when I came in after doing the allergy test, was like, yo, you should get a trophy for the worst allergies of the week. I was like, oh, great, thanks. So yeah, that's there's a reason I always complained to my dad growing up that I hated going outside and doing yard work with him. Not, I mean, it was partly being lazy, not wanting to do it. It was also in part going outside and doing yard work literally kills me. Like, I'm stubborn now, and I do my own, have to maintain my own lawn, but anytime I come inside after doing lawn work, it's just sneezing city. Just cannot do anything to alleviate my allergies after doing yard work. So, yep, lovely times. And then I'm dealing with a whole issue of, yeah, I definitely should probably be wearing a face mask when I do the lawn. I've for sure thought about that before and been like, that would probably be a good idea, but especially in the heat of the summer around here, like I sweat so much when I'm outside doing the lawn. I'm like, I don't want to wear a face mask because like that thing's going to end up being drenched in sweat. And it's going to be just really uncomfortable on my face in that level of heat. Oh man, I'm really sorry about that. I had to do that. I'm so congested and backed up. I got to clear my throat a little bit. I probably should mute my microphone before I do that. I'm sure that is not a pleasant sound, but yeah, sorry. Trying to clear my throat out. But an issue I'm dealing with this whole allergy shot thing is the ENT, ear, nose, throat that I'm going to get the shots from. They are about a 40-minute drive away from me. Not convenient, not easy to get to. And of course, I work Monday through Thursday, so if they're open on Friday, no problemo, easy peasy, I can go over there on Fridays. Well, they're not open on Fridays either, so they want me to go over there every week, and I can get away from work very occasionally to do stuff like that with a doctor, but it's not something I can do every week unless I want to take PTO or like reschedule time to work elsewhere, which I might end up having to do, which will be unfortunate. But the ENT was like, oh yeah, your primary care doctor can take care of that for you. Like we'll concoct the shots and make sure they are good with you. And then we can send them to the primary care doctor for you and they can administer your shots. And I was like, okay, that sounds like a great idea because my primary care is 3 minutes down the road from me. Like that's a very easy drive compared to 40 minutes away. Well, I try and contact my primary care and they're like, nope, we can't do it. I'm like, are you serious? Why not? Your doctor's office. You can't, I'm like, you're a doctor's office. Can't you can't administer shots? Like, what do you mean you can't do it? I mean, allergies are not life-threatening, but also it's America. Our healthcare, our work-life healthcare system is not good like that. Your employer does not give a shit. Unfortunately, most jobs in America do not care. Like, you figure it out, you take, that they're like, that's why we give you sick time, that doctor time, PTO. You got to use that. We can't just let you get paid for nothing. No, yeah. Sure, if it was life-threatening, well, even if it was life-threatening, I mean, I'm not getting paid fucking money by my job to be in the hospital with a life-threatening issue. Like, they might have a little bit of something here or there, maybe a policy to kind of help out, but like, it's America. They are not paying you to do anything other than work if they can help it. Well, it's just weird because like my primary care and the ENT are a part of the same like company, the same network. Like they're not independent like places. Like the primary care doctor is the one who sent me to this ENT because it's a part of their I guess you call it organization. Like, they should be able to collaborate together and like exchange the information about like what's going on with my medical records. In fact, I'm pretty sure as my primary care doctor, they should be informed on what's going on with my, you know, medical history, like what's going on with me medical wise. Like, they should be aware that I'm getting allergy shots from this ENT, like, because I called another place about it and they were like, no, your primary care should 100% be the one giving you these shots. They're like your hub for your healthcare. Like, they're supposed to be your central location of like keeping track of your health information. So they should 100, like the lady I talked to on the phone at the, because like my primary care was like, no, you can't do it here, try this other place. So I talked to the other place and they're like, no, we can't do that, we're not a primary care, we're an urgent care. So like, yeah, she was like, your primary care should 100% be the one to do it because they're like your central hub for medical stuff. I don't know. Yeah, so I don't know what to do. I do not know what to do about it because, yeah, I personally do think it's a little bit ridiculous as well. Like, my primary care and my ENT can 100% communicate with each other about what is going on with my medical treatment. And like, I don't know. I don't even have to be the one to hand deliver the medicine to my primary care. Like, if that's the issue, they're worried that like I'm going to do something with the vials and like give it to them. And then like they're administering me tampered drugs. Like, the ENT can medically mail the vials from the ENT to my doctor and they can like, it's a bit ridiculous, especially considering the ENT was the one who told me about this. They were like, oh yeah, yeah, because I told them, I was like, hey, it's a really far drive out here for me. I don't know if I can make it here every week. And the ENT was like, no problem. Another doctor can administer it to you. We just got to sign some paperwork. We'll transfer the medicine to them and they just administer it. No problemo. ENT made it sound like it was an easy peasy done deal thing that they've done a million times. Apparently, my doctor's like, nope, can't do it. Sorry. Oh, excuse me. Surprised I was able to get that microphone muted in time for me to sneeze. Oh, man. So yeah, that's just a look at healthcare in America. You know, nothing's easy, nothing's convenient, everything's expensive. So what I'm either gonna have to do is take because like, it's like a 2-3 hour, it's probably more like 2 hours. This past one was a bit longer because I had to do more with the ENT for testing the allergy shots and everything, but moving forward, it's like a 2-hour-ish endeavor for me to go out there. Just the driving itself is like an hour 15, hour 30 minutes depending on traffic. And then, I got to get the shots and do all that. So like, it's probably close to 2 hours of my time going over there, getting the shots and coming back. And I guess I could either I could try and work it out with my manager where like, hey, I'll just work 2 extra hours later into the day on Thursday, or I could work the 2 hours that I miss. Cause like, it's at the end of the day. Like, I'm getting the shots at like 3 o'clock. I end work at 5. So like, it's basically the end of the day, like end of the work week really for us when I go over to get these shots. So like, maybe I could, I don't know, figure out some time to work the 2 other hours throughout the week or on Friday or something. I don't know. You would think it'd be as easy as like, oh, hey manager, for 2 hours every Thursday, I got to go do this. I'll work the 2 extra hours another time. And they're just like, okay, cool. Sounds good. You're working the time. Doesn't matter when it's worked. But of course it's not that easy. They got to you got to record it a certain way, and like, you got to get approvals, and maybe they don't want you do it. It's nothing's ever easy. Nothing's ever easy. So I got to figure out all that. Then there's also the option of I could go to a new ENT, because Emily goes to a different ENT than I do. But Emily really doesn't like the one she's been going to, so I don't know if I want to switch over to going to them. But they are at least open on Fridays, so if I could switch over to them doing the allergy shots, then I guess I can go on Fridays. No problem. But like I said, nothing's ever easy, so more than likely the this new ENT is probably going to have to do their own round of allergy testing and concoct their own vials to treat me with. I doubt it's as easy as like, oh, this other ENT came up with this, okay, well, we'll just do that for you here. It's probably not that easy, so I don't even know how well I could move to a different ENT. I've also considered moving to a new primary care doctor, because like, what if I can find a primary care doctor that will administer the shots to me? That'd be nice, but there aren't that many primary care doctors like close by. And most of I think basically all the primary care doctors somewhat close to me are all in the same network as the one I'm already going to, just at different offices. So I imagine if it's one office isn't doing it, all the offices aren't doing it, so. And then also it just takes forever to get set up with a new doctor anyways. So, yeah, I'm kind of in a little bit of a dilemma when it comes to all this, but what can you do? What can you do? Yeah, there's also like there are walk-in places. Like there's a walk-in kind of like urgent care, fairly close to me that, if you just need to go there for quick medical needs, like I've gone there for a sinus infection before. I called them and was like, hey, can y'all do the shots? And they're like, no, sorry. So, yeah, I don't know what to do. Oh, man. Let's see. I was thinking like, oh, maybe I'll reestablish a new save point for the resets, but there's really no point. It doesn't actually do anything to do all that. And these resets are so fast, like it's not worth my time or the hassle to reset, like set up a new save point. We just gotta blow through these encounters and see a shiny one day. Max, what up? No problem. We are all good with the lurking community around here, just chilling, relaxing, listening to some good Pokemon music in the background, listening to me ramble about whatever it is I'm rambling about. So yeah, lurk on, no problem. Thanks for dropping on in. We can only hope. Yeah, shiny hunting is really good for early Sunday, just kind of chilling. It is very laid back, very relaxed, just a whole lot of chill until a shiny shows up, and then it turns not very chill. Turns very hectic. I don't like when the screen starts doing that. I don't know why it does that occasionally, but not all the time. It's got to be something about the Generation 4 games don't seem to react to the camera as well as the Generation 5 games do. Like, when I have the camera on the Gen 5 games, I don't really ever have any issues with like the screen kind of bugging out. Like, it's pretty solid and stays pretty focused. But like, you look at this screen for long enough, you see like in the top left above Elm, there's like a little bit of the pixels are just like bugging out up there. I don't know why. Something about the Generation 4 games just don't like the camera, or the camera doesn't like the whatever the the refresh rate of these games are, or I don't know what it is. But the camera just picks up and cooperates with the Generation 5 games a lot better. And for most people, probably doesn't matter. Who cares? For me, I get antsy about it. I get like the need for perfection in my brain becomes strong, and I'm like, why is it doing that? Stop it. But hey, we'll persevere. I'm really hoping next month, you know, in a few days, will be finally the month, I should say, when I can get capture cards installed into my DSs to really streamline our hunting. Now, I don't know how long it takes to have the capture cards installed. You know, I'm gonna have to send off the DSs, and you know, however long it takes the mail to get them there, however long it takes to get the capture cards installed, get them sent back. I'm hoping that the person who's installing the capture cards can also do the installation for the wireless receiver for the controllers. I want to have a central controller connected to all the DSs, so I don't have to have my hands all doing everything. I just have one controller controlling everything. I'm hoping they can install that for me. I mean, I could always install the capture card myself too, but you need like a Dremel, you know, like a tool to drill a hole into the case of the DS, and soldering iron and all that. And like, sure, I could definitely go pick those up, but I think it's just more worth my time and my energy to just send it off and let someone who knows what they're doing do it as well, because like it's been a long time since I've soldered any electrical components to anything like that, like 10 plus years. It is not something I actively do very often in my free time. I'm about to sneeze again. Man, the sneeze is like sending ringing through my ears as well. Goodness. So yeah, I think it's just, I think more worth my time to have someone who knows what they're doing do it, because also I don't want to mess up and accidentally break one of the DSs. I mean, they're not like the world's most expensive thing, but it's like 30-40 bucks per original DS, so I don't really want to have to buy a new one if I mess up one of the ones I already have. So, I'd rather just send it to someone who knows what they're doing and can do it more streamlined, and yeah, just get it back to me. No Tepig yet. No Tepig yet, unfortunately. We're doing our weekly getaway from the Tepig streams. Normally I would be doing this on Friday, looking for something other than Tepig, and then Tepig would be a Sunday morning stream, but I missed Friday. I want to find Tepig as fast as possible. So I was thinking about doing Tepig again this morning, but also I like switching it up and doing something different, and decided, you know what, we'll do our SoulSilver reset hunt on Sunday instead of Tepig. Hopefully, I am hoping somehow, some way we can get these a lot faster, because like, we are really closing in. Like, we can definitely get to 1,000 resets in this stream, like easy, and that's 3,000 encounters. Like, we are closing in only 3 streams to being halfway to what Tepig is at. So I'm hoping this hunt can be really quick and easy for us, and we can just get a shiny, you know, fast. And shoot, we get it fast enough, I can, whatever shiny we get in this game, I can transfer over to like platinum or something. We can go back to hunting in this game again, because we got to get a number of Johto starters anyway. We got to get 9 in total. I mean, I already have a Bayleaf shiny from doing this in the past, so technically we only need 8 shinies from Johto starters, because I am including that one Bayleaf from the past. I didn't encounter it during this whole, you know, shiny living dex hunt, but It's like the only shiny I have in any Generation 4 or 5 game currently, like before I started this. So I was like, I gotta keep it, you know, I gotta hold on to it. But yeah, if we get a shiny here really quick, shoot, we might restart, you know, transfer the shiny over to platinum and then restart up another SoulSilver hunt just because of how fast it is to do these resets. Yeah, it's a bit ridiculous how long the resets are. At least it's not Generation 6. I do not know how people do Generation 6 shiny hunting for starters. That is brutal. Like, those resets are brutal. And at least I guess the base odds are, you know, cut in half. So technically it kind of saves time because you're technically supposed to get the shiny twice as fast. But yeah, you got to go through all that cutscene. You got to like do the nicknaming. You got to choose the Pokemon, go through more cutscenes. I think you can immediately check the party to see if it's shiny. But still, yeah, Gen 6 and I think Gen 7 as well is also a really long hunt for the resets. If only they could all be as simple as Heart Gold, SoulSilver. Because even like Diamond, Pearl, Platinum take a little bit of time to get a reset in. Not nearly as long as Generation 5. Like they're still a fair bit shorter, but they do take some time. And then Generation 3 is not terrible. They're like a little bit longer than this, but they're still shorter than Generation 4. Well, actually, it's been a long time since I chose. It's been a long time since I played Generation or Fire Red Leaf Green, so you might have to do a little bit. Like you can choose the starter immediately, but you might have to do a little bit of like cutscene here or there with Oak before you can officially check if it's shiny. But I think it's still like a faster cutscene than Generation 4. Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, I should say, because this is Generation 4 as well. Oh my goodness. It's like really cold outside, but I am sweating in here for some reason. I have a fan on pointed directly at me and I'm still, not gonna lie, my back's sweating a little bit. It is sweating a tiny little bit. Which, this is why I don't normally get leather or like faux leather chairs, because they don't breathe very well. And I just tend to get sweaty in them, not gonna lie. I tend to prefer cloth seating, like in cars or chairs or whatnot, because I just feel like they breathe better. And so I typically enjoy sitting in non-leather seating. But of course, I got this chair, which it's actually generally not been that bad for me in terms of heat. Like today's kind of an exception. It's probably because I'm wearing a thick hoodie, but yeah, my truck, leather seats, not ideal, but at least my truck does have cooled, like air-conditioned seats, which is really nice. And then, of course, our couch in the living room is leather, which Emily insisted on that being leather. I tried to fight it and be like, "You sure you don't want to do cloth? It's so much more comfortable." And she was like, "Nope, not doing cloth." She was like, "I do not want anything spilled or like dogs getting anything on a cloth couch, and then we're just stuck with a dirty couch." Which is fair. I understand that. I get it. It is much, yeah, it is. It's much easier to clean leather. So I do understand that. I get it. Like, I'll just never get over how fast these resets are. We're 35 minutes in and we're about to see our 240th encounters. Just imagine how fast this hunt would be if I had like 4 DSs doing this. Like if I had 4 copies of Heart Gold, SoulSilver, and I had them all like you know, I had the 4 capture cards with the 4 DSs, and I had like a central controller. Like the number of resets you can do for these games is insane. Like getting 12 encounters every like 30 seconds is just would be stupidly quick. Like even a hunt that lasts like 20,000 encounters wouldn't be all that long. Like that would still probably be fairly quick in compared to other hunts. Speaking of other hunts, I kind of want to do a little I want to do a little teaser for y'all about, so obviously this upcoming week is Halloween week. You know, Halloween is on Thursday, 31st. I don't know if I'll be streaming exactly on Halloween or if I'll do it the Wednesday beforehand. We'll see. But I'm going to be doing a little bit of a, you know, a specialty hunt for the Halloween season, I guess you could say. Little spooky hunt, a lot of ghosts and dark types and a couple psychics. And last 2 days I was working on the thumbnail for that hunt, and I gotta say, I really like it. I'm really proud of it. I kind of just want to, I just want to show it off, and I want to give a little teaser for what we got going on. So where is that? Where do I have that? Which I think I actually need to. Where is it? Image. Sure, we'll go with that. Browse. Where are you? You are somewhere up here. Where? I need to be better organized with my files. Ba-bam! That is the thumbnail we are working with for. Again, I don't know if it's going to be a Wednesday or Thursday. I haven't decided yet if I want to actually stream on Halloween. It'd be more fitting to stream on Halloween, but we'll see. And then might do it the Wednesday before. But I'm going through a reset while I have this thumbnail just up on screen in front of everyone. But yeah, so that is a little sneak peek as to what we could potentially, or what we will be hunting on, Halloween for spooky season. I will be taking that down off the screen now so we can see our encounters. Oh darn, you don't like the custom Gengar shiny? Actually, I liked it. I thought it looked, I enjoyed it. I tried to make Gengar shiny look like Mega Gengar, because obviously regular Gengar shiny, not the greatest in the world, but Mega Gengar has a really nice shiny, and so I tried working with that, making like an all-white Gengar with a little bit of like pink accents, and it just didn't work. Like with the sprite art, I couldn't make it work. It didn't look good. It looked just really washed out. And so I started working with like pinks and purples, and I came to this, and I really like this. I thought this looks good for like I personally, I guess I thought it it looked solid for a custom Gengar shiny, but I can understand everyone has different preferences, different opinions. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like Gengar should still be like a pinkish purple in color, just because of like Gengar is the epitome of a ghost Pokemon. Like it literally was the original. It was the original ghost, so I feel like it should still keep that kind of spectral ghosty color scheme, which in Pokemon has kind of been like a purplish color. So that's what I tried to keep with, and I'm not going to change it. I personally enjoy it. I know I'm biased. I created it, but yeah, Sableye and Weavile, or Sneasel, Weavile, both they have really good shinies. When I was trying to pick out the other Pokemon to put on the thumbnail with Gengar, I was like, who has the best shinies? And there are other shiny Pokemon we are hunting on Halloween, not just those 3, but I thought they had the 3 best shinies that worked, or, you know, I changed Gengars, but the other 2 had really good shinies that worked for the background, because I wanted to make the background red, you know, Halloween, kind of bloody, you know, a little bit of spooky, bloody vibes in the background. Actually, the background is Chantal's Elite Four room from Black 2, White 2, but you can't really see it because, you know, it's pretty covered up, but it has all the books and the little candles, and it's kind of a, you know, she's the ghost type Elite Four member, so she has an eerier room, and I decided to just tweak the colors and make it a red. Kind of, I'm trying to make it foggy because it's not really foggy in her room. And so I tried to add a foggy effect with some red to it, which again, you can't really see because the the sprites take up most of it. So I thought about putting Duskull on the thumbnail because Duskull has a really good shiny as well, but its shiny is red. So I tend to try not to have the backgrounds be the same color as the shiny, because then everything kind of like blends together and washes out. And so I just went with the other two shinies that I could think of, or that we have on the docket that really work. That was neat. Again, good lord. Yeah, I'm a bigger fan. I like the way they look in Black 2, White 2. I think they look great in both games. I do. I think the Unova Elite Four has the best designed, like, members room and champion. I mean, Alder's room in the original Black and White is whatever. Iris's is incredibly cool. But yeah, I think Unova's Elite Four design and their like castle and their rooms and stuff are, I think they're great in both games, but I lean more towards Black 2, White 2. I'm trying to think. Yeah, yeah, Marshall is the only one that I'm thinking about that, like, maybe original Black and White I would like more than his Black 2, White 2. Because he's in Black and White, he is legitimately just in a boxing ring, whereas Black 2, White 2, he's kind of on a stage with like a cage around it, so it's almost like you're in a cage match. So his Black and White one might be a little more fitting to the theme, but I really like the design and colors and like grandiose feel of his Black 2, White 2. I mean, I can certainly see that for sure. I mean, the original Black and White have a great story. I guess I will say, you know, while it is a great story, sometimes those really good story-based games like Black and White and Sun and Moon can feel a little overloaded with cutscenes and dialogue and kind of getting interrupted. So sometimes it can be a bit annoying, but it's generally, you know, it's really good to play through, you know, very intriguing. So yeah, you add the quality of life of Black 2, White 2 to original Black and White. I can certainly see it. I think I would still lean towards Black 2, White 2 because I do have a little bit of a, I don't know what I'd call it. I do like to go. I don't like to just be caught up constantly like reading text, and you know, sometimes the constant Charon, Bianca, the end battles are fine. End's cool in battling him. He's like the real rival. Charon and Bianca are just kind of they can be a little bit of annoying little side battles that pop up very often in Black and White. Goodness gracious. I think I need to adjust my fan a little bit. Hold on. I feel like my fan was kind of pointing above me and not really at me. See if that helps me cool down a little bit, get the fan pointed on me a bit more. Yeah, I guess I'm just really a sucker for Black 2, White 2. Like that's really it. I'm just a sucker for those games. I just love everything about them. I prefer the protagonist design from Black 2, White 2 to Black and White, you know. I think Nate and Rosa look a lot cooler, have better characters design than Hilda and Hilbert. Also, just the names. Nate and Rosa, much Hilda and Hilbert are a little bit no shade to anyone out there named Hilda and Hilbert, although I've never personally met someone with those names, so do they actually exist? I don't know. But yeah, I prefer the names, just Nate and Rosa. I think they fit better. They're a little more, I don't know. Hilda and Hilbert feel very old, I'm not gonna lie. Again, if you're a young person with those names, no shade to you at all. But they do feel a little bit old as names. And yeah, I really like Nate's design. I like the visor compared to the just regular hat. I guess when it comes to the female character design, like Hilda versus Rosa, I do prefer Rosa's design better, but it's not nearly as drastic of a preference. Like Nate is so much better of a design than Hilbert. But Rosa versus Hilda is like not as big of a gap. And then I do personally prefer Hugh over Charon and Bianca as the main, rival that you grew up with. Again, I prefer Hugh's design over Charon and Bianca's. Just personally, I know a lot of people clown on Hugh's personality. I just think he's passionate, He wants his sister's purloin back, and he ain't fucking stopping until he gets it. So I like Hugh as a rival. I really like that Black 2 White 2, you seemingly like it is called city. I like the starting town, the starting city is an actual it feels like an established city and not like your characters out in the middle of nowhere. Like most starting towns are very small town. There's like one or two houses. You're in the middle of nowhere. It seems like you got to really travel to get to the more populated areas of the region. And then the starting area of Black 2 White 2 feels very alive. Like you start off in a city, a Spurdia city. You got a smaller, quainter town in Flossessi. Then there's the ranch and everything. And then Burbank is really cool with the complex and the design of Burbank City. So I enjoy the starting area a bit better in Black 2 White 2. Shoot, I'm blanking on what the starting town in Black and White is. Yeah, I think so. And honestly, I feel like Black 2 and White 2 are the only games where you really start in a city. I mean, I can't speak for Scarlet and Violet. I don't exactly know what the starting town city is like. Maybe it's a city, but basically every other game is that you start off in a small town. Black 2 White 2 is the only games really. Again, can't speak for Scarlet and Violet. I don't really know those games very well. But yeah, Pallet Town, obviously very small. Newbark. I was about to say, if I forget Newbark, again, very small, very quaint, kind of out in the middle of nowhere, or on the outskirts of Johto in the middle of nowhere. Same for Little Root. Little Root probably feels the most quaint of any of the first three generations. Little Root is a small little tucked away town. Yeah, New Vema is Black and White. What? Sinnoh is Twin Leaf? Yeah. Twin Leaf, again, pretty small feeling. Oh, man, neck. Yeah, New Vema, very small. And then, yeah, Black 2 White 2 is the first games where you start in a bigger city. It's obviously not a major city, which I always thought that would be a really cool concept to start off a Pokemon game in the biggest major city of the region. Now again, Scarlet and Violet might do that. Don't know, but like how cool. I think it would be kind of cool if your character started off in Castelia City. Like imagine that, like, you know, what are the odds that in every generation the main character is from the smallest, like, quaintest little town in the region? You know, at some point you got to have a kid from Castelia City who wants to start a Pokemon journey. And so I've always thought that'd be kind of a cool game design where you start off in the big city, or like you start off in the big city where the Elite Four is, because the Elite Four is also always seems to be in this like really isolated, out of nowhere, like maybe mountainous area. You know, it's away from everywhere else. I think it'd be really cool if the major city of the region was just also like all built up around the Elite Four, you know, the Pokemon League. And you're a kid from that big city, you know, starting off in the shadows of, you know, the greatest trainers in the region. And, you know, that inspires you to become a Pokemon trainer, you know. I think that'd be a pretty cool premise of a story. I mean, sure, yeah. And you could say, yeah, you could say that. I also think they tend to start you off in smaller towns because they want you to start off learning the game in a smaller, less overwhelming environment. Man, that one was rough. That one really came out of there. Whew. Yeah, I think they want you starting in smaller towns in the games because, like, you're starting the game, they want to build up the game, and it's easier to do tutorials and the like, and have people learn to explore in a smaller area, smaller setting. So kind of like you said, I guess starting off in Castelia could be confusing for, you know, first time Pokemon players. You know, young kids might get a little lost and confused starting off in such a big major city with so much going on, but it's the beginning of the game. You can handhold a little bit, you can guide people around, you can show people the way, and also there's nothing wrong with just forcing people to explore. I feel like that's something Pokemon has gotten away from a little bit. There's nothing wrong with just throwing someone into the world and being like, figure it out. You know, that's how it was in generations 1, 2, 3, 4, like, you just started the game, there was a little bit of a opening tutorial to kind of get you going, and then it was just like, go do what you got to do, like figure out the game. And I feel like we, you know, I think attention spans nowadays are just so short, and kids are so easy. People, not just kids, but people too, are so quick and easy to just put something down if they're not immediately like sure what to do. Which I can certainly relate. I've said before, I'm not the biggest fan of open world games because I don't like there being so much going on that it's like you don't know what direction to go into. But also I'm a perfectionist and completionist, and the idea of perfecting and completing a massive open world game like Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom, like that gives me anxiety to think about playing a game of that scale, trying to complete everything. Because I'd just be worried that I'm missing something. So, like, I guess I'm being a little bit of a pot calling the kettle black kind of thing. But Pokemon games other than Scarlet Violet are really not open world. So you can let people kind of explore and learn, and, you know, it's not the end of the world. And at the end of the day, it is Pokemon. Like, the franchise is much more simple than other gaming franchises in the way the games play and the way the stories carry out, and, you know, this, that, the other. Yeah. Also, I do like how in the later generations of the games, they've gone away from the idea that like the main character just happens to live right next to the Pokemon professor. I know in early games that's just an easy way to facilitate the story and what's happening. But like, what are the odds that in generations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, at least in black and white, black 2, white 2 is different, but in generations 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, the main character lives right next to the Pokemon professor. I know in generation 4, Rowan technically lives a town over, but it's a 30-second walk from the main character's house to his lab, so I guess they're not in the same town at least, but it's still, you know, incredibly close and convenient. So I do like that they've started going away from that, where, you know, X and Y, Sycamore is in Lumiose, you're given a starter Pokemon, even though you live off in the, you know, a super small town again. But at least, you know, it's not, you're conveniently just right there with the professor. Sun and Moon Kukui is kind of based right where you're living, so they kind of go away from that a little bit there. By a little bit, I mean like his lab is right there on the beach where your house, well, it's been a while since I played Sun and Moon, but like your house is like right here and his lab is like right here on the beach. Like it's pretty close. And then, well, I guess actually Sword and Shield, what? Magnolia's lab is in the same starting place as the character, right? So maybe they haven't actually gone away from it all that much. Again, it's been a long time since I played the beginning of Sword and Shield as well, but if I remember correctly, like your house is up here and you like just walk a little ways away and the professor's lab is like down the road. Or is it in a different town? I cannot remember if the professor's lab is in a different town in Sword and Shield or not. I feel like it's not, but I don't know for certain. Can't remember. It's been a solid 5 years since I played the beginning of Sword and Shield. Yeah, well, because what? He like sends your mom a letter or something, and doesn't she react very like swoonfully to the letter? She's like, "Oh my, Professor Sycamore." It's been an even longer time since I played the beginning of X and Y, but I played X and Y a lot, and I watched a lot of people play X and Y when the games came out, so I do remember the beginning of that game a lot better than, say, Sword and Shield. Yeah, I knew there was something in the dialogue that made it come across like Sycamore said something really, you know, smooth and suave to your mom. Could not remember what it was. She's like, "Honey, you gotta go. Mom needs her alone time." What isn't I think X and Y are the first games. Yeah, X and Y are definitely the first games where your mom actually has her own room, right? I'm trying to remember what the inside of the house in X and Y looks like. I think she has her own room, which, you know, it was about time. It took what? How long was it between? Because X and Y came out in 2013, so that 17 years from the original game, so it took 17 years for the player character's mom to have her own room. What Red and Silver's mom, or I guess Ethan, Red and Ethan, their mom were just stuck in the living room the whole time. I guess Ethan's mom had a little bit of a kitchen to go hang out in, and then I guess same with Brendan and May's mom. They're just kind of chilling in the living room. Shoot, all the moms from generations 1 to 5 just hang out in the living room constantly. They're just always sitting at the table. They're just like, well, I don't got a room for myself, so I'm chilling at the table for an eternity. And finally in X and Y, the mom was like, yes, I get my own room. Will you ever catch me in it? No, but you at least know it's there. Yeah. Yeah, certain Generation 1 is literally just your mom has a what do we call it? A kitchen table, but no kitchen. She's just chilling at a table with nothing else. I guess there are no bathrooms in Generation 1 either, right? I mean, are there really any bathrooms in any Pokemon games? One of my friends just texted me saying he sent me a trade for fantasy football. What does he want? Let me see. Is this worth my time? A straight up trade. He wants me to give him Tyler Algier, and he'll give me what? Wandale Robinson, is that his name? Yeah. I mean, he's on the Giants. He's not really good. I don't know. I don't know what to go with for this trade because, like, I'm not really ever playing Algier, but you know, he can certainly fill a need. Yeah, I never play him. I mean, I don't know. I don't care that much. Sorry. I know this is probably like, okay, who cares? Guess he probably wants this trade done before the games start. Sure, why not? He can have him. I don't care. Go for it. It do not matter to me. Okay, I am back. Sorry about that. Oh, goodness gracious. If I can get my phone back into the position I wanted to be. Okay, there we go. We are back. Yeah, they've tried over the years to give the mom a little bit more backstory, at least, or more fleshing out. Because you know what? In Generation 4, they revealed to you that your mom was like a contest guru or something. Like your mom was crazy good at contests or something. I know that's not battling, but they at least try to give her some personality. You run into her in Heartholm, and they're like, "Oh my God, your mom's so and so crazy contest lady, right?" I don't pay attention to the dialogue. I swear I thought in one of the games, maybe was it Generation 5, they mentioned that your mom went on a Pokemon journey, right? Am I misremembering? I thought in one of the Generation 5 games, your mom mentions the fact that she did this when she was younger too. I could be completely mistaken, but I thought that was the case. Oh, I'm sitting over here rambling like I can't remember, and then DK's like had that message in the chat for for a few minutes, and I just completely didn't read it. My bad. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I don't think your mom in any other games ventures out of the house. Which with Black 2, White 2, I don't think your mom ever leaves the house. But Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, and Black and White, your mom definitely runs into you outside the home, which I guess really your mom only runs into you in Black and White. Kind of early on, and that's when she gives you the running shoes after kind of the whole tutorial's over and you leave. What's the city after Nuvema? How am I blinking on this so badly? I cannot remember these city names. Nuvema is the starting town of Black and White. We just learned that. What is the town after Nuvema? I can't remember. But she runs into you after that to give you the, whatchamacallit, running shoes. Oh yeah, that is right. She does give you a some stuff in Aspertia itself. Oh, my screen up here. I forgot. Her and your rival's little sister meet you outside of the Pokemon Center. Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Like, on the route after that city after Nuvema was where she stops you. I just couldn't remember what that city was called. The second city in Black and White. I cannot remember what that city's called. But yeah, the one after that, the route after that is when your mom stops you. But again, it's not very far into the game when she does that. You know, Diamond, Pearl, Platinum, like, your mom is... She's out there in Hearthome City. Like, she out in the world. Whereas, you know, your other moms are just kind of either stuck at home or chilling around the main house. Hey, at least Norman's alive. As far as we know, at least Norman is alive. Not as far as we know. He's obviously alive. We know he's there, but as far as we know, Norman's the only dad character in the entire franchise that actually exists currently in universe. Every other dad is either deceased or on the run, trying to get away from the child support payments. Which I do find really interesting. Why? I mean, yeah, I guess, yeah, I don't know what the idea behind making every character have just a mom, except for one. I think it'd be a kind of a cool twist if one of the parent characters, like, you have a mom. I think would be a really cool, you know, twist in the game is, okay, they finally give you a mom and a dad. You know that both of your parents are trainers, but you don't know, like, all right, I guess, like, I'm not a good story writer, especially on the spot, but you know both of your parents are trainers, and you know you're made aware that they're both pretty good trainers. And like throughout the story, they paint the picture that like gives you the idea that maybe your dad is the champion, but then you come to find out it's actually your mom. Now, again, I don't know how you go about painting the picture, like planting the seeds that like, oh, is dad the champion? Oh, that's kind of crazy. But then it's like, it actually turns out to be your mom. I think that'd be cool. They actually give the parental characters like a role in the story. Now, obviously, there's no way the child wouldn't know that their parent is the champion of a region. There's no way, but I still think it'd be a cool story. Yeah, it wouldn't work because feasibly, how do you not know? But Again, I think it'd be really, I think it'd be a really cool game idea where your player character comes from the big city that's like in the middle of the region where the Pokemon League is, and you want to become a trainer because your parents are both, let's say, gym leaders, or maybe like let's say you know for a fact one of your parent characters is a gym leader, and you know one of them is an Elite Four member or something. Like, give some dynamic to the player characters, like aspirations, because basically every game is just like the player character is basically thrust into being a trainer. Like, it's just kind of like one of these things where your parents like, oh hey, the Pokemon professor wants to give you a Pokemon, go forth and be great, and then you somehow become the champion and defeat a evil organization. Like, I think it'd be cool for the player character to actually have aspirations to be a trainer because their parents are both prominent trainers. You know, it isn't just because they've kind of gone away from the whole like, oh, you're getting a Pokemon so you can get a Pokedex so you can help the professor fill out the Pokedex. Like, that was the thing in Generation 1 and kind of Generation 2 as well. But they've kind of started going away from the whole gotta catch them all catchphrase. They've been going away from that for a while, and then they're certainly going away from it now because you can't even get all the Pokemon in the current games. You know, not all 1,000 Pokemon are available in every game now, so it'd be really tough for them to do a gotta catch them all tagline at this point. What up, Austin? How's it going? What's up? What's up? So yeah, I think if they wanted to lean more towards into the player characters like wanting to be a prominent trainer because their parents are, I think that'd be a pretty cool storyline instead of just, oh, I happen to get a Pokemon, oh, now I'm going to go become the champion and save the region from utter turmoil. Now, also, I get it in the sense that like you don't give the player character any personality traits whatsoever, so that anyone and everyone can identify as the trainer character. Because, you know, you want the trainer character to encompass everyone that plays the game. So by giving them no personality, you can inject your personality onto that character. I get that, but from a story standpoint, I think it's cool to know that your character's driven to want to be a strong trainer because of their lineage. But I guess they kind of save that for the rivals. They give that kind of storyline to the rivals. You know, Barry wants to be a strong trainer because his dad is, blanking on his name right now. The Frontier dude. I can picture him in my head. Okay, Palmer. I just had to look at him for a second. I'm like, he's literally right here on one of my DS's. Palmer, that's his name. You know, Barry wants to be a prominent trainer because of his dad, Palmer. Hop wants to be a prominent trainer because of his brother, Leon. I guess, no. I guess you could say Blue kind of wants to be a prominent trainer because he wants to beat you is really his motivation. I don't really think his connection to Oak is a motivator for him wanting to be a prominent trainer. I think he just wants to kick your ass, which is, I guess, is a fair motivation. I guess Silver has the revenge storyline. He wants to get back at... Well, they don't really establish that whole revenge storyline until Heart Gold Soul Silver, when they canonized Giovanni being his dad. The original games, he's just kind of a delinquent that wants to steal a Pokemon to be strong. They don't really give him a reason. Yeah, they definitely retcon in Heart Gold Soul Silver that Silver is after vengeance on Team Rocket because of Giovanni. But yeah, original Gold Silver Crystal, he doesn't really have any motivation other than he just wants to be a strong trainer and he's kind of a delinquent. And then what? Brendan and May don't even want to be strong trainers. They just want to help their dad research. And then Wally, I guess Wally wants to be a strong trainer because you inspired him. This is fair. What, Charon and Bianca? Does Charon really give a motivation for why? I guess what, Charon just wants to become the champion just because he wants to become the champion. I don't really know if there's any reason for it other than he just has big aspirations. And then Bianca figures out her journey along the way. But yeah, Hugh just wants his get back. And then what do the Callous rivals even want? What are their purpose? Why do they exist? Tierno just wants to dance. I guess Trevor wants to research. What does Shauna want? I don't know. Same with Serena and Callum. Like, what are their motivations in the game? I couldn't tell you. I don't remember. I don't know if there were any. Clara, what up? What up? How is it going? Basically, Charon's Ricky Bobby. If you ain't first, you're last. That is Charon's mentality. And what are I guess Hal does have the motivation of being Hala's grandson, so I guess that is Hal's motivation. You know, he has the parentage of being the grandson of a kahuna, so that's why he wants to be a strong trainer. So, you know, you do get that. And like I said, Hop wants to, you know, be a strong trainer because his brother is the unbeatable champion. And then I'm trying to think what. Again, haven't played Scarlet Violet, so I don't know what Nemona's motivations are. Other than she already is a champion, so like, is she just Goku? I've heard people compare her to Goku, where she's just like, she just wants to fight. She's just like, I just want to fight strong people. So I guess I again don't really know, but is that Nemona's whole inspiration or whole drive? She's just like, I just want to beat people. I just want to fight people and win. I want to fight strong trainers and win. That's that. And then what? I guess Arvin, his parents are the professors, so he's got that driving him. And then I don't know about Penny. I know she's like secretly the Team Star leader. Why they I don't know anything about the story of Scarlet Violet other than very small tidbits I've caught from YouTube videos. Yeah. I feel like Pokemon doesn't actually, definitely not now. They're really getting away from evil teams being evil. You know, now what Team Star is just misunderstood teenagers. Team Yell is like the main story evil team, and they're not even evil. They just are a fan group. What's team, or what's we'll call it Chairman Rose's organization, Cosmos something? They're not even a thing. Like they're so non-existent in that story. Like it's, yeah. Sword and Shield story is not very good. The whole Darkest Day, Rose going evil, being the main bad guy. His Macro Cosmos, is that what his thing's called? Yeah, that's a very underwhelming story. Again, Team Skull was misunderstood young adults. I wouldn't say they're teenagers. Some of them, yeah. I guess, is Guzma a young adult or a teenager? I don't really know. Again, they're not really evil though. And then Lucamine was kind of crazy, but she was a bad mom. Well, at least in the original Sun and Moon, they kind of retconned that in the Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. They like kind of made her not a bad mom in Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon. I don't know. The last time Team Flare was the last time we truly had a evil organization trying to do just purely evil things, you know. Lysander was literally trying to blow up the world. That's the last time we had a truly evil team in a Pokemon game. So I don't think we're going to be getting any evil teams truly stealing people's Pokemon anytime soon. And even back in the day, like, they insinuated that Team Rocket was stealing people's Pokemon, but like, you never saw it. Obviously, Team Rocket did receive a much darker story than a lot of others, like, you know, the Cubone's mother, the dead Marowak in the Pokemon Towers, like, didn't Team Rocket kill them? And then yeah, they're very much a criminal organization, stealing Pokemon and you know, threatening, intimidating people. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't know a thing about the anime past generation 4-ish. Man, oh man, I was really thinking we'd knock out an easy shiny today, but once again we are being evaded by a shiny critter. We are very close. I mean, within the next 10 minutes, we are going to have 1,000 total resets and 3,000 total encounters without a shiny. Shiny Poipole, what's up? What's up? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. I enjoy the shiny that you are named after. Poipole has a great shiny. Yeah, it certainly gets us, and Team Plasma were pretty evil as well. Jeremy, what up, what up? How's it going? You've been hunting Johto starters on off. Nice, nice. Anyone you're looking for in particular, or are you just down for whatever shines? I personally would prefer Totodile, but I'm good with any of them. It does not matter to me. I just want a shiny to appear. Yes, SoulSilver, Heart Gold are great games. Great games. They're a tad bit expensive, but what Pokemon games aren't expensive nowadays? I got lucky to pick mine up back in 2020. I got it from GameStop. At the time, people would have told you I overpaid. I might have overpaid. I think I got it for 60 bucks back in 2020. Maybe back then it was a little pricey, but I mean, I just saw it at GameStop. I was like, oh, I've never owned Heart Gold, SoulSilver, so I'll pick it up. Why not? And then, yeah, I think now it's well over $100-something for a copy of these games. Man. Dang, you already got Totodile and Chikorita. Man. Lost my voice there for a second. Nice, nice. Wow. That's really lucky to not double up on anything. But now that you're going for that Cyndaquil, it's very, you know, it's more likely to get a double up than the Cyndaquil. So hopefully that works out for you. Hopefully it don't take too long. We have not been doing this hunt too terribly long. This is only the third time I've streamed this SoulSilver hunt. but we are still flying through encounters, so hopefully the shiny comes soon. Because we're already pushing odds on the Tepig hunt. We would like to balance out with a little bit of a quicker hunt. Thanks, Jeremy. Appreciate that. Good luck to you as well. May all the shiny luck. May Arceus bless us all with some shinies. You know, maybe I should take that big Arceus out of the box and like situate it somewhere. Oh, good lord. Oh, sorry. Oh, something just like really, it almost felt like something flew up my nose. Goodness. Oh man, hold on. What the frick was that? Oh man, that is oh wow. Something is like bothering my nose over here. Goodness. Like something flew into it. That was weird. It depends on what it is. Like, you know, I take some pop figures out of the box. So like, you know, there's Charizard down here is out of the box. There's a Greninja up here. Probably can't really see it. It's out of the box. Blaziken's out. A bunch of the pop figures down here, they're all out. You know, Eevee up here is out. Wherever Eevee is, somewhere over there. It really just depends on how I'm feeling. So like, I thought the Arceus was special enough with the big buck, because obviously it's a massive Arceus pop figure. And like the box has a special sticker on it. So I was like, well, maybe I won't take it out of the box. I'll leave it in there, but things always change. Sometimes I'll take stuff out of the box. It really depends. Like I have, you can't really see it. I have a number of My Hero Academia pop figures down in here that are like in box, but a lot of them aren't in box. So like, I got Todoroki down there out of the box, Shigaraki, got an All Might up there. I got 3. Bakugo is my favorite character from My Hero Academia for anyone that watches it. So I have 3 in the box Bakugos. I have 1 silver special edition All Might that you can't really see that's tucked back there that's in the box. Yes, my microphone's kind of in the way. I have some more kind of Marvel related ones down here that kept in the box just because I think the box looks cool. Like for this one right here, I'm keeping it in the box just because it has a cool, you know, design box. It just looks nice, matches the pop figure really well. So for ones like this, I'll keep in it. But yeah, it's all just random what I decide to actually keep in the box and what I take out. I would say definitely the majority of my pop figures are not in box. Just because keeping them in box and trying to display them takes up so much more space. Oh, excuse me, it just burped. But I also don't throw away any of the boxes. So like whenever I need to pack up, move, do whatever, I have basically every box for every pop figure that's out and about right now in my closet over here in this room. So if I ever want to throw them back in there, I at least got it hanging around. Something up with my shorts over here. And then Pokemon cards, no, those do not stay in the box, basically ever. This is purely this box of Pokemon cards right here is purely hanging out there because I'm waiting for Kevin to drop on by and see if he wants to see some Pokemon cards opened up. But yeah, that's not going to stay sealed. It's just there for the off chance Kevin drops on by looking for some cards to be opened. And then really the only stuff I keep sealed Pokemon card related is like Dragonite stuff. So there's a special Pokemon Go like Pokeball thing that is Dragonite branded, has Dragonite on the front of it, comes with Dragonite promo cards. So I kept one of those sealed. I have a special, you know, Dragonite V box that I kept sealed back here. There's a tin with Dragonite promo in it that I have sealed. There's a number of Dragonite related Pokemon products out there that I would like to pick up and have in my sealed collection, but they're kind of expensive. Like there's an Evolutions related one that has Dragonite on it, also has Pidgeot on it, but it'd be cool to have that. But those things sold out. Like I wanted to pick those up when they were in store, but I could never find them, and now they're like insanely expensive because people are trying to resell them for way too much. And yeah, that whole situation and deal. And then there's like one sealed, there's one, whatchamacallit, pre-built deck that has Dragonite promo in it and Dragonite like picture on it that I want to pick up. But I could have picked one of those up years ago in store when they were around. I don't know why I didn't. And so, yeah, now they're a little bit expensive online to pick up because they are older. I think Dragonite's only been on a couple of packs. So, and not that often. There's obviously the recent Obsidian Flames that has Dragonite on the front of it, on the pack art. I need to get one of those sealed for the collection. I had one and decided to open it because, again, me keeping stuff sealed is virtually impossible. And I was like, oh, I can buy another one. It's not a big deal. I'll open this one. It actually ended up working out because I did pull the Dragonite EX card from that pack, and I needed that card for my Dragonite collection. So it worked out. I was like, well, how fitting is that? I broke down and opened this Dragonite pack and ended up pulling the EX card that I needed, so just gotta buy another pack to keep sealed. And then I can't remember. There was a tin of Pokemon cards that came out recently that had Dragonite on it. In fact, I think there are 2 tins that are one's much more recent, one's a little bit older. Okay, I do have one of the tins sealed. I do have that. But I kind of broke down and opened up the other one. I think it's a Pokemon 151 tin that has Dragonite on the front of it. I have the empty tin back here, but yeah, I broke down and opened it. But I do have a sealed one that's much older. I forget what packs are in it. It's back here, y'all. I guess y'all can't really see it. So I can always grab it. I have this Dragonite tin that's sealed, so, you know, all covered in plastic. Again, I forget what packs are in these. I've definitely opened one of these before, but I don't remember. It was a long time ago. Do not remember what packs are in here. I also have this random Japanese sticker pack that I found online forever ago that has Dragonite, you know, Dragonite sticker on the front of it. So that's sealed. That's it. It's something that, you know, I got hanging out back here. But yeah, when it comes to sealed product for Pokemon cards, I do not. Yeah, I was trying to get the glare and the focus to work out, but it can be a little tough sometimes. I don't want to take too long doing all that. I do want to get back to the shiny hunting. Nope, it is Pokemon's, has Dragonite, Togepi, and Onix on it. Of all things. I'm trying to remember, where are my... I have these Dragonite stickers, you know, the Japanese old school Dragonite, Dratini Dragonair stickers. Where are those? Where do I have those hanging out? I do not remember. Because they're in like a binder page, which is interesting. I don't know how these people have that, but you know, there's binder pages for Pokemon cards that have, you know, they're like nine slots on each page. You can put Pokemon cards in it. They go into a, you know, clipping binder and stuff. I bought these stickers from someone on eBay, and they sent them in a sticker equivalent of a binder page, which I thought was really interesting. It's like just, I don't know, 4 by 6 maybe, so like 24 stickers on one page in little like slots. I don't know where they got that from. I'm surprised that's something that was made specifically for, seemingly like the stickers, like they fit perfectly in there. So I guess maybe collecting those in Japan was like a thing, and so yeah, I have no idea. But I cannot remember where they are. Because I don't think they're in one of those. Maybe they're in this thing right here. My Southern Islands. Whatchamacallit. Southern Islands binder in there. They might be in there with those cards. I cannot remember. Which, that right there is a really, if I can get my finger in position correctly, that Southern Islands binder thing back there is really cool. I wish Pokemon released more stuff like that nowadays. It's like, it's not just a binder, like a really cool custom Pokemon card binder, but it came with a kind of a, it's like a set, but it's like a subset. You know, there are only 18 cards from the set, but they all come with that binder. And yeah, it's just, I don't know, I just think Pokemon card products like that are really cool, and I feel like we don't really get those anymore. Like, they do some specialty products here there, but like that is just a mini set that comes in the binder. And well, actually it did come in packs when that thing came out, but I did not get it with the packs, unfortunately. Ooh, man. All right, we are closing on in to 1,000 resets. So that would mean 3,000 total encounters. We are, what, 9 away from? Fortunately, no shiny there. So 6 more to go. So we're at what, 20? We're at 2,994 encounters at the moment. It would be really sick to somehow get a shiny on the 1,000th reset. Like, that'd be really freaking cool. I'll take it on any number, but right here, right now, we're about to hit 1,000 total resets. That would be just something. I don't even know how I could react to that. Like, getting exactly on reset number 1,000, Pokemon number 3,000, that would be just crazy. So we'll slow roll this. We'll build up some suspense, you know, build up some drama. I'll take a sip of water real quick. And we will jump in, see what we got. So I think the first thing that's going to come up for us is Cyndaquil. Not a shiny. But Totodile, also not a shiny. Will take a Chikorita, absolutely, would not complain. But unfortunately, it is not shiny. So that is encounter or reset number 1,000, 1K on the dot. And of course, we are still chugging along. Still chugging on through. I mean, hey, 1,001, that's a cool number too. I can live with 1,001. Unfortunately, that is not happening either. Well, I guess the next cool number we could get an encounter on would be 1,111. That would be close. We might be able to make it all the way there. I don't know if we can get a whole 100 resets in before I call it a day. We might be able to. We'll see. Might be able to really push through until 1111. 1111, make a wish. We can wish for a shiny. Oh, excuse me. I really need to quit procrastinating getting other shiny hunts set up, because if we were to somehow get a shiny from this SoulSilver and get a shiny Tepig in like the same week, I do not have adequate hunts set up. It's like I could improvise. I definitely could. Like, I currently have Giratina available on Japanese Platinum. I have Palkia available on English Pearl. I have really anything available for like the legendaries in my English version of Platinum. So like, I could do a Dialga versus Palkia versus Giratina hunt, because I could do Dialga in Platinum. I have the orbs. I can go to Mount Coronet, Spear Pillar, and encounter Dialga there. So I would prefer doing an Arceus Dialga Palkia Giratina hunt, 4v, 4-way versus. If somehow we got, well, really technically, if we somehow got a SoulSilver starter right here, and then we got, say, Tepig on Tuesday, I think I would have to do Palkia versus Dialga, because I don't have capture cards yet, so I can reasonably only do two DSs at a time. So I think I would either have to do Dialga versus Palkia or Arceus versus Giratina if I wanted to do like a versus shiny hunt after these two. Like on short notice, I think I could pull those together. Yeah, I mean, you can get the Azure Flute in any game of Platinum, Diamond, Pearl. You have to use an action replay, so I can get the Azure Flute in my game with action replay, and then once you have access to Arceus, I'm pretty sure you can shiny hunt for it. I don't believe it's shiny locked. I don't think shiny locks were a thing until Black and White. So like technically shiny Arceus is not legal, but that's because Arceus itself is not legal to encounter in the games. The Azure Flute was too complicated, as they say, so they never released the distribution events. So there were event Arceus at the time, but none of them were shiny. So like the only way to shiny hunt Arceus in this generation in these games is to get the Azure Flute illegitimately. But it's the only option we have, so is what we got to do. So like it's the same thing as hunting Mew in Emerald. Like the old CMAP event, technically, never distributed in English, never came outside of Japan. Having a legitimate old CMAP is virtually impossible. So you can shiny hunt Mew on, it's it Faraway Island, I think it's called. You just have to get the old CMAP illegitimately. I mean, you technically could get it legitimately, but it would probably cost you a shitload of money to do it. Like, you actually could find a legitimate copy of Japanese Emerald with the old CMAP on it, it'd probably cost a lot of money. Like, a lot. And then more than likely, it's probably fake anyways. It's very unlikely that you actually found someone from Japan who has a copy of Emerald with the old CMAP legitimately on it. Yeah, horde hunting was really fun. I liked doing that when I played Horus a lot. I did horde hunting too. I did also enjoy that. And then yeah, shinies like Reshiram, Zekrom, Victini. We can technically shiny hunt those. We just have to remove the shiny lock, which, you know, again requires an action replay. So there are unfortunately just a few handful of shiny Pokemon out there. It's like they're available to hunt. You just gotta jump through some hoops to make the hunts possible. Same with Deoxys. You know, I can't reasonably get a event Deoxys without cheating. At least cheating to get to the encounter. The shiny hunt is legitimate. Like, you're full odds hunting for the Deoxys. It's just getting there. Same with Darkrai, you know. You just got to find a way to get there. Once you get there, you can hunt for it. Pedro, what up, what up? Thanks for dropping on in. Hopefully, I mean, I already have a shiny Bayleaf. I've already done this and gotten a Chikorita before, so I would prefer one of the other two, but I'll 100% take a Chikorita. Because I do need multiple of them. Oh, forgot to click on the button first. Goodness, about swallowed that water wrong. Kaz, what's up, what up? Thank you, appreciate that. Or is it Kaz? Kaz? Appreciate that. Alrighty. Goodness me. I don't know why. I keep developing like a pimple or something on the inside of my nose right here where my glasses sit. And it's quite uncomfortable. I don't know why. It just started happening probably in the last 4 months or so. It's like the second time I've gotten one there. That's like right under where my glasses would sit, and just a tiny bit uncomfy. I tried to say uncomfortable and then pivoted to saying comfy and said uncomfy. Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. 1,020. So what is that? 3,060 encounters. What does that even mean? Triangle of death. You pop a pimple on your nose and you die? Like, what does that even mean? Honestly, no. No, I did not know. I did not realize pimples spread germs when you pop them. I was not aware. I guess I didn't. I guess I never thought about it, I should say. I guess it makes sense that the stuff coming out would be germy, but never really put any thought to it. Man, oh man. Okay, is it just me? I feel like for some reason the camera is like adding little lines or something to the models just randomly. Does anyone else feel like it looks like Tepig, or not Tepig, Cyndaquil has like angry eye or angry eyebrows in the model right here? Because like it's not popping up on the DS when I look at it outside the camera, but something about the, I guess the way the game is, I don't know what the word is. Just every time this comes up, it looks to me like the Cyndaquil has like angry eyebrows or something. I don't know. Well, I mean, yeah, it certainly doesn't. I mean, the little eyes, it's hard to make Cyndaquil look mad. It's just something about like the lines in the camera. Oh, maybe it's just from where I'm sitting. Okay, now that I actually like get a little closer to the screen, I am blind, so that's probably the issue. I get a little closer to the screen and actually doesn't look as bad as I thought. So I think that's just on me being blind as a bat, even with glasses on. Well, appreciate that. Thank you. I was certainly was the goal. Yeah. Nah, it's just this is just how it looks on camera. Good old classic capturing your DS with a webcam. We don't got no fancy schmancy capture card technology in these parts. We got a webcam and a dream. I'm not gonna lie, the like this, I don't know, the word is melody. I don't know music that well. The way the song was like playing at some time, it sounded like an NFL theme song, like NFL on CBS or something like that. I can't remember. There was just a few notes, a little chord of music there for a second. I was like, is that the NFL theme song? Or one of the NFL theme songs? You know, each station that hosts NFL games has different, you know, themes and stuff, but it sounded really familiar to one of them. I could not point what it was. I'm gonna sit up for a second here, kind of move forward some. And we'll glare on, nope, we do not want the Chikorita, we gotta check everyone. Man, I don't know what it is. I cannot. My like leg over here on the right side is like rubbing up against my chair weird right now. I don't know. Yeah. I'll just leave it at that. Oh, goodness. Actually, I feel like I need a stretch. Oh, kick. Oh, goodness. I keep waiting for that Chikorita to shine. I just know it's going to be Chikorita. Like, I feel it. I feel it in the bones. It's gonna be Chikorita. I can just tell. That would be nice. That would certainly be nice. You know what I want? I'm gonna be greedy here. I want 2 shinies. Like, I just it's greedy to say, but I just want a good clip. Like, I want to find the shiny, obviously, but I just think it would be so cool of a clip to like cycle through the shinies and then 2 of them be shiny. I know it's astronomically unlikely, but I don't know. I want something fun and different and exciting to happen. Yeah. Again, it's greedy to say, but that would just be something that cycle through and is like Cyndaquil and Chikorita are shiny. Like, that'd just be something else. But, you know, it's the same way of like, you know, oh, 2 shiny Tepeggs at the same time. Like, yeah, that'd be awesome, but you know it's never gonna happen. Ooh. Oh yeah, I mean, shoot, I've been toying with some real bad ideas for these shiny hunts. Like, not gonna lie, you know, we've done the 1 in 50,000 Magikarp a couple of times, twice I should say, which that is one that's going to be like a very occasional, just like fun hunt to do once in a while. Don't expect to be actually finding a level 100 shiny Magikarp anytime soon. But I was thinking about the whole, you know, we have the platinum cute charm glitch hunting, and technically I can get like, or I could do it in Heart Gold SoulSilver as well. I could get all members of the Dragonite family as shiny without actually having to do any real shiny, like full odds shiny hunting for them. You know, one, you can get a free shiny Dratini from Banga, and I think it's white too. So there's that. And then obviously there's a cute charm glitch where I could just get shiny Dratinis and Dragonairs fairly easily. And you can get them in Platinum or you can get them in Heart Gold SoulSilver. But I was thinking, like, for my favorite Pokemon, I kind of want to do a more interesting hunt than just like, oh, we got the cute charm glitch, 1 in 5 chance, we got our shiny Dratini line. Easy peasy. And so I was like thinking, okay, well, how could I shiny hunt for a Dragonite that's not that way? But also, like, I want to actually hunt for Dragonite, not Dratini. Well, you can fish for Dragonite at Dragon Spiral Tower in Black and White and Black 2 White 2. The rippling spot, so like outside of the actual tower, the water along the bridge, you know, you can like surf over there. The rippling spots show up like the rustling grass. If you fish in one of those rippling spots in Dragon Spiral Tower, there's a 1% chance you encounter a Dragonite. And I was thinking, well, what if I tried to fishing encounter a 1% shiny Dragonite? So now if I do it in Black 2 White 2, I can get the shiny charm to make shiny odds a fair bit better for that 1% Dragonite encounter, but still, it's a 1% chance just to get a Dragonite, and then I have to hope that I get a full-on shiny odds. And not full-on, I would have the shiny charm, which would help a fair bit. It's not like Masuda method boosting odds, but it's still, you know, pretty, you know, it's better than nothing. I feel like the hidden grottos are actually rarer than that. Like, Because what is it's a 1% chance of a 10% chance, right? Like every hidden grotto there's only a 10% chance to actually get a Pokemon in it. And then of the Pokemon you can get during that 10% chance, it's like a 1% chance to get Dragonite, right? Like I'm pretty sure you're more likely to find items and stuff in hidden grottos than actual Pokemon. So it's like, it's even more than a 1% encounter, really, if I remember hidden grotto math correctly. And also, I think it probably depends on the hidden grotto. Like, some of them might have a higher chance of actually encountering a Pokemon. But, like, yeah. Hidden grotto would take a lot longer to hunt for. But, I mean, I guess it is an option. Because on top of that, the rest of the rippling spots in the water, those pop up a lot more often than you can encounter a hidden grotto. So you're saying there's a 5% chance to get a 20% chance to get a 1% chance. So what I'm hearing is that Dragonite is a 1 in a million encounter. It would be a shiny Dragonite with multiscale, you're not wrong. I would have to do the math on that. Like, how, one, those encounters would take forever. Like, the resets, because you gotta run, what, 256 steps to refresh the grotto, so that would be a... I mean, I guess if I had a number of DSs set up, I mean, it's obviously feasible. It's obviously, you could try it, but man, that would be an insane hunt. But I guess given that it's like a hidden grotto versus a rippling spot, I can't really do multiple DSs for the rippling spot Dragonite hunt, because the rippling spots show up at different times, and you know, they're different reel-in reaction speeds per, you know, cast of the rod. So I can realistically only do one DS for the rippling spot, like fishing encounter for a Dragonite. Whereas hidden grottos, if I had enough DSs and enough copies of the games, I could set up my player character in the same spot, and if I have one singular controller to control all the games, I can have the same exact movement per game, and therefore would be able to check more hidden grottos at a time, because I can have my games all synced up to do the same movements. Now, obviously, I would have to... whatchamacallit? Make sure that I'm running around where there's no... I was thinking, I was like, why can't I think? I would have to make sure my character's running around where there's no grass to run into. Because obviously, if one of the characters runs into the grass and gets an encounter, it throws off the sync of all the characters running around. So I guess the hidden grotto is like feasible in a way if you have a number of DSs. So I thought that Chikorita was shiny for a second. I mean, if it's a 5% chance is what, a 1 in 5 is, okay, so yeah, no, that's not how 5%, that's not how 5 out of 100 is 1 in 20. So you have a 1 in 20, and then a 20% is a 1 in 5. So you take 20 by 5, so that you get a 1 in 100. So you have a 1 in 100 chance just to get a Pokemon, and then a 1%. So yeah, it is a 1 in 10,000. Getting a Dragonite, or getting a 1% encounter from a hidden grotto to appear as a 1 in 10,000. And then you add the, I mean, shoot, if you did the base odds of 1 in 8,192, that's just a couple million, 1 in a couple million chance to get a shiny. Is what you take 4 zeros added on to that. That's like what that's like a 1 in 81 million chance or something like that. with no odds boosting. Yeah. That's 1 in 81,920,000 chance to get a shiny if you tried doing the Hidden Grotto encounters. And then I forget exactly how much the Shiny Charm boosts the whatchamacallit, shiny odds. I forget. I think it adds what? It adds 2 or 3 rolls, so it'd be instead of 1 in 8,192, I think it becomes 3 in 1 in 8,192, something like that. I can't remember exactly how much the Shiny Charm boosts odds, but not enough to make the hunt. That's still a 1 in a million hunt, if not more, like 1 in 10 million. So yeah, that would be a impossibly difficult hunt. Because even if, how much does I need to look this up? How much does this Shiny Charm actually boost the odds by? Gotta turn my keyboard on. Over here into Sir Shiny Charm. Black 2. Shiny Charm, how many? Okay, yeah, so I was right. It adds 2 rolls, so it becomes roughly 1 in 2,700. Yeah, so the Shiny Charm goes from 1 in 8,192 to 3 in 8,192. It actually triples the odds because you now have 3 rolls per encounter instead of just 1. So yeah, it's still a roughly 1 in 27 million chance to find a shiny Hidden Grotto Dragonite. So, you know, not bad. There's got to be ways. Are there like pass powers that can increase the rate at which Hidden Grotto spawn Pokemon? That's got to be a thing. Like, I feel like that has to be a thing. I know pass powers are very underexplored in Black 2, White 2. Black 2 pass power. But that's got to be a thing, right? Like, oh man, got to adjust real quick. Sorry about that. Encounter power. There are pass powers. There are Hidden Grotto pass powers. Now, they don't last very long. So Hidden Grotto Pass Power plus Black White level 10 increases chances of hidden grottos regenerating. There's a hidden grotto power S, black and white level 50, cost at 50. Again, I know nothing about the pass powers in these games, so I really don't know how this works. But like the best one you can do lasts like 20 minutes. Is there anything else? Support powers. I guess, okay, there's Grotto Power S and Grotto Power Max. Increases chance. That would... I don't know how that works. I would have to figure out pass powers and all that, which I've never dabbled in before at all, but... I guess technically you could increase the odds somewhat with these pass powers. I have no clue how these things work. How do you even get... Like, it says cost. Cost what? Like... Time limit, like the Hidden Grotto max is 60 minutes, so like if you can get that pass power, that's pretty useful. 60 minutes of boosted regenerating rate. I mean, it's solid. Again, I don't know how much time would have to go into acquiring the materials. I really don't know to get. Like Black and White, Black 2, White 2 have various pass powers which you can use. These powers can be purchased or received by passing players by or by unlocking them by raising your entry level and purchasing them using pass orbs. These are stored on your C gear and can be used anytime. Pokemon Black 2 and White 2 introduced 3 new pass powers dealing with hidden grottos, shaken grass, and more. The pass powers all have features. These can be augmented with stronger support powers, which can be given through passing by Black and White games. Support powers are similar, but last significantly longer. Yeah, that doesn't it still doesn't really explain too well. I don't know. It doesn't say. I'm on Cerebi right now. It just says like increases chance. It doesn't say by how much. I think the pass powers are very under researched and under informed topics from these games. I feel like not much is known about them. Yeah, that maybe there's a YouTube tutorial out there I could try and look up to figure this out, but I feel like there are low chances of that being a thing. Let's see, someone on Reddit asked, does anyone know how pass powers work? Okay, let's see if Weary Specialist 825 on Reddit knows how these work. I'm gonna try and read and reset at the same time. So, within Black White 1, the games can give each other those powers using Fun Fest missions, but in Black 2 White 2, it's a different story. In Black 2 White 2, you need to pass by a certain amount of other DS consoles while both you and your C gear is turned on. Explains what exactly you'd have to do. Yes, it's mostly highly impractical, if not impossible. Is mostly highly impractical, if not impossible, to activate these. Also, correction for it needs to be a numbering. Yeah, I don't. This seems rather difficult of a thing to accomplish. Let's look at this. They linked to a game facts. Let's see. Mystery Cooper on Game Facts from 11 years ago says, as far as I know, the only remaining way to get support power is via the Sea Gear. They're also still so rare, you might as well say they aren't. They're so rare, you might as well say they aren't in the game. Good to know. But how do you, so like, hitting grottos aren't a thing in black and white, so how do you, I really don't know. Hatching Power S activates when passing a copy of black or white version in another language. Bargain Power S activates when the total number of passerbys is a multiple of 100. Befriending Power when 20 players of the opposite version have passed by. Yeah, yeah, certainly underexplored for a reason. It seems to be a very poor system, if I say so. Yeah, so I don't think we will be doing the Hidden Grotto hunt for a Shiny Dragonite, just because if I could somehow figure out a way to activate these pass powers, I don't know how much they actually increase the chances by. Probably not all that much to make the hunt much more feasible, but yeah, I unfortunately do not think that's going to be a thing for us. It's quite unfortunate, because that would be a really cool hunt. Like, it would. That'd be really cool to do, because it's probably not something anyone's ever done before. Like, you gotta imagine no one, basically hardly anyone out there, if anyone, has probably ever tried doing a Hidden Grotto hunt where they use the pass powers to increase their chances. Like, I don't know, maybe someone back in the day was doing it when it was more prevalent, when they were the main games, but yeah. Quite unfortunate. That would be a really cool hunt. That would be really cool. But I mean, talking about this all just makes me really realize how rare it was for me to find that Zangoose in the Hidden Grotto that one time. Obviously, none of y'all witnessed that because this was years ago and I was streaming on TikTok, not on YouTube. But yeah, I wanted a Hidden Grotto Zangoose for a hidden ability Toxic Boost, but I understood like it was incredibly rare, wasn't going to happen. I couldn't waste a bunch of time trying to hunt for it every run, so me and chat agreed I could just find a Zangoose in the grass, catch it, and give it its hidden ability, since like technically the hidden ability was available, it was just stupidly rare. But every time I went to the route, I would check the Hidden Grotto anyways, just in case. Just because why not? And I think it was the 4th or 5th run, I actually found the Zangoose in there. Unfortunately, I don't think I have the footage still, because it wasn't the run that ended up winning the whole thing. It was like I said, I won on the 6th run of that. I think it was the 4th or 5th. So I think I ended up deleting all that footage, which kind of dumb on my part, but I guess I did not anticipate maybe needing it or wanting it because of how rare I guess that encounter actually was. So, whoops. Oh, I'm not trying to grab the Chikorita. Yeah, you just gotta grind a little bit more. You gotta keep on going. One day that little Vulpix will bring about the sun. Stealing ends. What do you mean stealing ends? Yeah, I think rain is pretty typically, especially in Generation 5, rain is the best weather. And then probably actually, well, I don't know. I would say probably rain, and then a little bit behind it is sand. And then a bit behind that would be sun, and then snow is, or hail is awful. Hail is just never a good, is never going to be the best weather condition. Oh, you mean you found some codes to let you catch trainers Pokemon. I gotcha. Being sneaky about it. Have you ever heard of the program called PK Hex? Letters P and then K and then Hex, H-E-X. Goodness, I'm getting a tiny bit uncomfortable here for some reason. When am I not uncomfortable? Yeah, well, I mean, I guess you would pronounce it that way, sure, but it's here. Well, I don't know if I can type it in chat. It's the letter P, the letter K, and then the word hex, H-E-X, PK Hex. Basically, it's a save editing program on your computer that you can put ROM files into and change things around as you would like. So instead of stealing ends, Ninetales or whatever he has, you could just catch a regular Vulpix, put your save file into PK Hex, and then just give that Vulpix drought. It's a pretty useful program. I've used it a good number of times over the years for just miscellaneous stuff when playing on the computer, on ROMs and the like. You know, you can make Pokemon shiny if you just feel like it. A really fun setting to play around with is to make a Pokemon shiny and give it the Ends Pokemon Sparkle. So like in Black 2, White 2, you can run into Ends Pokemon in the wild and they have a special sparkle to them. But unfortunately, those Pokemon are shiny locked, so they cannot have the shiny sparkle and the end sparkle. But using PK Hex, you can give any Pokemon both of them, and it's really cool. I feel like I need to stand or something. I am just not in a good position over here for some reason. But I'm also just gonna tough it out until we get to 1100 encounters, and so these will be the last 16 we do, or not encounters, resets I should say. So we'll go until 1100 and then call it a day. I don't remember it crashing my game. It has been a minute since I did it, but I don't remember it crashing my game. I just remember it being a really cool effect because, like, I can't remember which one goes first. I think the shiny sparkle goes off first, and then the ends sparkle like follows it up. And it's just really cool because the shiny sparkle is just, you know, it's just the shiny sparkle, like some little stars and stuff. In sparkle, not only, it kind of like dulls it like dims the screen a tiny bit, and it's like a greenish or something, I think. It's just a really cool effect piled on together. If you can do it. So we started at 800, so we're gonna end this stream with 900 total encounters on these starters, and it is not seeming like we are gonna get a shiny unless we get incredibly lucky in these next 33. Even in a game where everything's stacked in your favor to give you a shiny as fast as possible, we are gonna be trudging through. Nothing there. If I can get the reset to go. You know, I was just thinking about, I don't think the Johto starters have ever gotten a shiny Pokemon card. I don't think they have. Obviously, Charizard's had a number, Blastoise has had 2, Venusaur just got their first one recently, so a bit unfortunate for Venusaur, had to wait forever to get one. I don't think the Johto starters haven't received a shiny Pokemon card. I don't think the Hoenn starters have either. Sinnoh, actually, I don't... Well, okay, Sinnoh... For Sinnoh, I think only Empoleon got one. Empoleon got a shiny secret rare like this Emboar right here in the black and white era. I don't think Torterra or Infernape got one though. I think it was just Empoleon. And then, yeah, in Generation 5, we've talked about before. Emboar has one. That's what the card is right here. And then Serperior has one, but Samurott doesn't. And then Greninja definitely has one, but I don't think Delphox or Chestnut have one. Gen 7. Where are the Gen 7 starters again? Decidueye has a shiny card. I don't think Incineroar or Primarina have one though. I know Decidueye does. And then I think all of the Gen 8 starters do have one. Well, in some capacity. Rillaboom has like a shiny gold, I think. No, Rillaboom. Rillaboom has a shiny full art card. Inteleon has a shiny gold full art card, and then Cinderace has a baby shiny card, I believe. So it's kind of all over the place. Rillaboom has if I'm remembering this correctly, I don't know why I'm blanking, but I'm pretty sure, yeah, they all have one, but they're all differing rarity tiers. Actually, I think I have the shiny Inteleon gold card somewhere in here. I think I used to have the Rillabooms, but I got rid of them. And then don't think I have the Cinderace. I don't think I've ever had the Cinderace. And then all the, Paldean starters have a shiny as well. But I believe all those came out as promos? Yeah. They did little promo boxes that had shiny, what are their names? Skeledirge, Meowscarada, and Quaquaval. So yeah, it's only the last 2 generations and Generation 1 where all the starters have shiny Pokemon cards. And really, Generation 1 did not have all the starters have a shiny card until much later. And of course, the Charmander line is the only line that actually has all 3 members as a shiny card, like Charmander, Charmeleon, and Charizard. Blastoise is only Blastoise. There's no Squirtle, there's no Wartortle, there's no Bulbasaur, there's no Ivysaur. So yeah, a little bit of an unfair treatment, you might say, for Charizard when it comes to the shiny cards, but what's new? Let's see. Yeah, DK, you and your furries, you and the furries, you have a bit of a war with them, don't you? Not a fan, are you? Okay, so these are going to be our last 3 encounters of the stream for a total of 1,100 resets. Let us see if we can't get a shiny starter finally. Go with Cyndaquil first, not a shiny. Totodile, and also not a shiny. Good old Chikorita is also not a shiny. All right, well, I guess we'll just leave the screen here as we wrap things up. So all right, well, once again, thank you all for coming on out to listen to me ramble about nonsense and Pokemon stuff while we look for shiny, differently colored Pokemon. So yeah, always a pleasure. Thank you all for interacting, for enjoying. It's always a great time. I will see y'all on Tuesday for more Tepig hunting as per usual. So yeah, see y'all then.